Hello, welcome back to my channel, Naga, the voice out. Ajuto holo moi aro ekta Paila Indian Army khando itu naga manu khange torture kuri dia laga moi itu laga kobala hi ase itu 1956 te kinaga naga manu khange itu torture kuri na aise kinaga naga manu khange morai digina aise itu laga moi olop share kuri di bole moi ahi ase itu apni kan itu skip na kuri gine itu tik hone bi sabi hogine moi itu jana dia ase mogan screen ta dekhai ne eki logote mogan sabo mogan tie moi itia screen ta dekhai dia ase. The Terror 1956. In the second week of January 1956, the two Nagalands united and approved a new constitution. This drew down savage Indian reprisals. Second week January 1956 te Nagamanudu tita hidu mogan united kuri lo ashe. Arubi itu constitution nutum itu approve kuri she. Itu dimite India manukando itu laga revenge. Biar para kuri dia laga mogan itu yete paise. In Mima on February 27, 1956, the chief Tepucha 50 and his assistant Lupige 48 was shot dead by the police under officer. Theirs were the first of the riddle courts exhibited in Kohima. Itu Mima boss tide 27 February 1956 te itu chief Tepucha talaga sauto hole to 50 years thakishe. Aru taga laga assistant tage modo kure laga manu Lupige 48 years thakishe tajunke morai dishe. Aru tajun laga itu dead body itu logine itu Kohima town manukanke dekhai dia itu first ase man itu dead body logine manuke dekhai dia to itu laga first ase na koshe. At Chama on March 17, Kivito was shot down in his own field. The next day, police officer B killed Ningule and Zakin with his own pistol. Police officer B found them on Zakin's dairy farm. His father Jesau was the richest man in the community. Arubi Tichama laga bostide 17 March te Kivito take murai dishe talaga kitibra. Aru itu next din itu dim tebi itu Ningule aru Zakin itu police officer tai laga pistol pra itu dujun kibi aru murai dishe. Aru at Narhama, Luvitre 47 was shot on the motor road outside the village. Puhile 47 was shot in his own house, and his body exhibited in Kohima market. Vitsilhu 45 and his wife were shot, but his wife recovered. Arbi Narhama, Luvitre 47 itu ke Arbi itu rasta baharte itu muradishe. Takana posti baharte rasta de bra muradishe. Arbi itu Puhile 47 itu bita laga ghor para Arbi muradishe. Arutai laga budi tu logine itu Kohima market te manuke dekhai dia exhibit kore laga itu dekhabo parise. Arbi Vitsilhu 45 aruta laga maki tajunge bi marishe. Albi talaga maki to na morigine itu recover kuri lo makan ite hunishe. Aru March 26 Fen itu la bostide Mr. Lulije age 68 years was shot dead while working in his field 2 miles away from his village. Aru Mr. Lulije talaga south hole to 68 years thakishe. Tai laga kheti de kam kore damde taike morai dishe. Aru March 27 Merama Mr. Luna, age 49 years, contractor was arrested while returning home from Kohima, tied to a tree on the main motor highway 2 miles from Kohima and shot dead. Mr. Rilhulie, age 51 years, shot dead at the door of his residence. Aru March 27 Merama de Mr. Luna talaga south of 49 contractor ase taike duri logine itu gaste bandi digine highway bra taike bandi digine arubi taike mora dishe. Arubi itu Railway age 51 taike bita laga khorde door talaga dorja te mora dishe naga paise. Aru March 28 Pepima Mr. Dorhili age 65 years and his son, Mr. Seyevito, aged 30 years, were killed to terrify the people before setting fire to the village by a famous Indian regiment. Around March 28 ppm, Mr. Dorhilie talaga South of 65 Rotala Bacha to give him Moradishe. Around Mr. Seyevito, aged 30 years, Taikibi, itu Taikan laga Bosti, itu Najula Gebra, Manukange, itu idum boy kila laga, Taike Moradishe. Boy kila ine, Taike Moradishe. Around April 1, ye Hemi laga Bosti. Itu Mr. Kuzhike, 20 years. Mr. Takishe, 24 years. Mr. Ringi, 40 years. Mr. Tohoto, 20 years. Mr. Shikiye, 29 years. They were massacred by another Indian regiment. Aru itu kan Panjun to Barbara itu morai dishe, massacred kori dishe. April 3, Teruguna, Mr. Hepuga, aged 20 years, and Mr. Shivanlo Tempu, aged 22 years, were caged on the road by troops. They were carrying Naga government mail copies of the announcement of the Naga government for distribution. Immediately they were beaten terribly, their heads swollen and blood oozing from their faces. They were shot there at 31 milestone from Kohima. Aro April 3 tarikte Terugunnu laga Busti, Mr. Hepuga, age 20, aro Mr. Shonlo Tepu, age 22, tajunge rasta para thori loise. Tajunto hole to itu Naga laga government laga mail buki ina thakese. Aro Jeremy kan itu pa logo tajunge ekdom biya para mari dise. Tajun laga matha do ekdom phuli na thaga dikhise. Aro bi tajun la face te kun wala kine last day tajunge itu morai dise. Aro April 5 Thamokecha laga busti, Mr. Kinlo, aged 30, and his wife, and Mr. Sonlo, aged 35, and his wife were arrested by troops. They were escorted to the main road a half-mile away and tied to the tree at the roadside. The wives were asked how they would like to see their husbands shocked. After the terrible beating, these two men were shot dead right in front of their wives. The wives were asked to pray for their husband and march off to the camp, Seminu, 2 miles away. This same regiment later attacked this village again and killed 4 other men. Mr. Dokahe, age 26, Mr. Endanlo, age 50, Mr. Rashilo, age 52, and Mr. Tesembu, age 18. Aro April 5 te Temokecha laga busti de itu Mr. Kinlo, age 30, aro talaga maki. Aro Mr. Shanlo, age 35, aro talaga maki. Itu army kan thuri lose. Aro katta kan ge taijun ge thuri gine taijun ge logina aro main road punti che. Main road puche olop jagine taijun ge itu gas te thuri gine bandi gine rakhi dise. Inaka hoigine ta laga maki kan ge apuni laga muta mura dikhibola khushi paina napai enaka taijunge hudishe. Itu bichide itu taijunge mari gine last day taijun laga maki laga osorte mora dishe. Aro maki dujunge apuni muta dujun nimite prathana kuribi hoigine ar army kan to polaja itu makan itibur huni paise. Arabi itu laga same regiment arabi ahigine itu laga bosti de aro 4ta mano mara dia makan itebi paise. Mr. Dokahe, Mr. Endalo, Mr. Rashilo, and Mr. Tesembu itu kan mora dishe. Arabi April 9 Peshana, Mr. Enjato, the chief, age 48 years, and Mr. Shemlo Hebu, student, age 16 years. A village meeting was called by an Indian army officer. The chief and this student were taken from the meeting and were horribly beaten. This was to terrify our patriotic citizens. The hair were pulled out of their skulls and they were shot dead. Aro April 9, Pushana Lagabusti, Mr. Enjato, the chief, age Tagla Busti the chief, age 48 years. Aru Mr. Shemlo Hebu, student 16 years. Tajunke thuri loise. Aru army kanto hole to Busti manoke meeting call korise. Aru tate Busti laga chief aru student dudurunke turigine aru idum biya bara mari dishe. Aru bi tajunke tajun laga mathagan thurigine tajun laga chulikan ulai digine itu Busti manokanke boi khila laga itu dekhai dishe. Enaga hoine last day tajunke morai dishe. Mogan itu paise. Aru April 11 terut semi. Mr. Pukai, age 41 years, was shot dead by an officer because he chased away his foe when the Indian soldiers were about to catch them. Aru April 11 terut semi laga Busti. Mr. Pukai, age 41, take morai dishe. Tai itu kila mane India Army kan take thuribola taka tamte tai itu murki laga piche ki tai na pola jabra take morai dishe. Aru April 12 Purbami, Mr. Ngahum, age 30 years, Mr. Zashire, age 70 years. When Indian Army came to burn the village, the other people left for safety at a signal. But these two old men decided to stay for the love of their ancestral heritage. Before setting fire to the village, the soldiers brought them to the officer and they were shot dead. Mr. Thiesai's 1-year-old baby was being carried on her bed by its grandmother, but she could not run fast enough and the head of the child was blown off. Arabi April 12 de Purbami laga bosti de Mr. Ngohuma, age 30, aru Mr. Zashire, age 70. India Army kanto tak Purbami laga bosti de itu khur jula dibula thaka tamde manokan sot itu pola jaise nijo laga life save kuribole halebi itu dujun to taijun na jabo kogine poila laga ancestral heritage itu kan morom lage hogine taijun thakise itu tamde India Army kan itu bosti na jula gede itu dujun ke thurigine official logote jaise aru tatabra taijun ke morai dise aru Mr. Thiesai laga bacha 8 sal laga bacha tai laga grandmother para bukina thaka itu bi thuri morai dise mogan ite para paise. April 13 Sichimi, one woman aged about 28 years carrying her 1-year-old son was shot dead. Aru April 13 de Sichimi laga bosti de itu itta maki 28 years old tai laga bacha itu ekta mota bacha bukhina thaka itu bi morai dise. Aru April 15 Kachapomi laga bosti de the village was surrounded by a regiment who rounded up 13 men. The village was burned. 5 men were taken outside the village and killed in target practices. The other 8 men were bound and taken away and never heard of again. Aru 15 April de Kachapomi laga bosti de takan ahine itu bosti itu rang kori loise na hoine itu 13 manuge logine takan bosti bahar da olaise aru panjung ke to logine itu target practice itu tai lakan laga bundut guli kan aru thik ase na itu sa hisapra itu kan to morai dise aru itu 8 manu kan to polai jaise mogan ite bar paise. Arubi April 15 Nathami, one old woman failed to escape due to the bullet injury. She was caged by the troops and they burned her alive. Aru April 15 Nathami laga bosti de eta buri mano tai do guli tage lagiebra tai pola wala napar hoise itibra army kandu take thuri loise thuri logine tage aru jinta julai dia makan ite paise. Aru April 16 Chobami, the village was burned. 12 men was taken to the main road, 31 mile post from Kohima, and they were made target practice. Our citizens were made to line up in the middle of 5 machine guns and were fired upon. 3 fell on the ground dead, and the rest miraculously escaped in the confusion of assignment, though they were seriously injured. Among the dead, there was the chief of the village, who was a well-known leader. Arbi April 16 chobami laga bosti de itu bosti do July dishe. Inaga hoigine itu 12 jon mano itu logine rasta de olaishe. Olagine itu takan itu target British takan la guli kan tik jasana na itu naga British kore nishina itu kan mora dishe kamba mano kange. Aro itu laga bosti mano citizen kange logine itu 5 machine guns laga age de haligine takan ke mari dishe. Komba manu to murishe. Aro komba manu to jukun hoina polamba para ete bi dekhi paise. April 18 Yorubami, Mr. Vezjoy was visited by an army officer with a few soldiers who were on patrol party. The officer took up the leg of a table and started beating him. He fell on the floor. This happened because this house appeared better than average in the community in most of the cases. The Indians do not know the people. Anybody in a good house, anybody with a good personality in their victim. Vijay was linked to the army camp, but the officer personally shot him dead at a 16-mile post from Kohima. Arabi April 18 Yorubami laga busti. Vijay tai India army kanu tala khode visit kurina thaka mukam paise. Aru talaga itu sipai laga officer to take mari dia suru ho jaise. Aru tai to girigine mati de giri jaise. India army kanto tai laga khodo olop bal dosar kamra bal hoa dikhise aru injarmi kan to babi do holo do manno bara bal hoa dikhe aru khor kan phal dikhise holo do itu kan bia ase aru ta itu kan ye ta kan laga victim hoi jai magan inaga paise inaga tage logine ta kan laga kem de loi jai ne official he tage mora dia laga mukam paise. April 19, Chagasan area, Peg. A high-ranking officer of the Indian Army burned 3 men alive in whose office building his regiment had been housed. Around 19 April, Chagasan laga area de, Peg de. Idu army officer dangor sabkanto 3 jun mano jinda jula dia laga mugan ite paise. Takala nam to holo Mr. Ningulo office dispatcher. 2 Mr. Rudai typist. 3 Mr. Watoni office orderly. These three people were taken from their office to a distance of 1 mile and 7 furlongs. They were tied together, light sticks, and burned alive. 52 half miles from Kohima. Itu tunjun kedo takan laga office para itu thori loise. Naka hoine itu tajun takan ke bandine itu jinta juladia makan hitera paise. Mr. Pelasatyo, field director of Chagasan Mission Field and principal of the Bible School Preserve Center, Peg, was arrested at his Bible school on the 15th of April. He was tortured day and night without being allowed to sleep. He was executed and his body secreted at a place which army officer H refused to reveal. He was tortured and killed because he was a leader of the Christian church. He was a man of Konoma village. Arbi itu April 19 de Chagasan laga region de Pekte Mr. Pelasatyo hogine tai to field director of Chagasan Mission Field de thagise tai principal thagise aru tai laga school bara injarme kan ahine tai ke thuri loise aru tai ke ekdom mari digine rati devi aru din devi tai ke mari ne tai ke khoma bole dia nai aru tai laga bud tai ke to morai dise aru tai laga budi khan to manu ke bi dakhai dia nai takan itu lokai dise na paise tai to kila mane church Christian church laga leader ekta ase obra ta ke mora dise aru tai to khonama laga busti ase obra ta ke mora dia laga ase khonama to kila mane itu to phizo laga busti ase aru April 19 itu bi losa phela busti ase Mr. Shere, chief of the village, was shot dead. The Indian army instruction was that any Naga is free to meet the Indian army if he raises hands when coming. Shire took some of his men and went to meet the army in camp. He raised his hands, but he was shot dead. His companions ran away. April 19, Lozapeha, itu Mr. Shire, boasted the chief, Tagibi Moradishe. Indian army kando koi dia to, Naga Monokon Holibi, itu hat othaine, Jaisha Uruto, itu kan kedon namaribo, itu lagata kan eta instruction dishe. Itu bra Shire, Ruta laga Manokan, itu hat othagine Jaisha, Holibi takanke Moradishe, Take Moradishe, itu bra tai laga piche, Jakan to Polagine Ja, Magan itebra deki paishe. Bishi ase 1956 te Nagamanoke torture kura itu bishi thakise olebi ajido yedebra charibo magan pichite next episode kan magan kinaga piche kan India army kan Nagamanoke torture kurina aise magan itu kan saigina hibo ajido yedebra charibo poila Nagamanu to ekdom dud paigine taga dud paigine aha magan yedebra magan itu jani paise Olita kanto inaga dub thakilebi tagan surrender na hoa laga magan paise magan aji kali to pala laga history kanto ko na jane hoise kinaga naga mano dud pai kina hise bishi manobi magan hina kahe ko na ho nishina he magan thaki aise holobi naga history kan puri ne sadam de poila mano ekdom dub pai kina ahia laga magan boot para itu huni paise itu kan story kanto misa laga na hoy Osa laga ase. Itu bra naga manokan to itia poila laga life sacrifice kuri dia manokan laga nakpa hurubi koi kine moi itia jana dia ase. Moi aji discuss korea to ita para charibo. So the mandemi dimba thakibi. Thank you all. God bless Nagaland.